Hello, and welcome to the Ferret Business Podcast. I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, a.k.a. Yemmy, a.k.a. Wicca DJ Yemmy. And with me today on the podcast is a Let's Player, unbosser, recently engaged YouTuber who also streams on Twitch. It's GrumbleGamer 18. Welcome to the podcast.
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, it's just cold as hell over here in Canada.
Oh, that's right. You're Ontario, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've talked to my fair share of Canadians. Most of them don't know much about their own country. Have you lived in Canada your whole life?
Yeah.
Born and raised, then?
Yep. Pure maple syrup blood.
So, what's the main difference between Ontario and, like, a different part of Canada? Like, let's say Vancouver or something.
Well, Ontario is probably our social hub. I mean, everything that goes down here. Vancouver's close second, probably, but everything else is just wasteland.
Oh, really? Is that just a stab at the other areas of Canada?
Somewhat, but yeah, most of the good stuff happens here, at least.
Any good concert venues?
We used to have Warped Tour every year, but then they stopped touring in Canada. So rest in peace there.
Rip. See, I'm lucky. Cleveland was chosen as one of the stops for Warped Tour, the anniversary this year.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Boy, I've gone to the last 4 Warped Tours, and I mean, every year it's packed. You know, it's packed to the brim. I guess the head honcho just doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I think he's getting tired of it. It does quite a lot of stress, too. Because everything that can go wrong does usually go wrong, especially over here.
Right.
I think it rained every year here.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we have an open venue here. And, like, if it's a bad day, I mean, I haven't had a bad day, so, you know, knock on wood, you know, it's not going to be bad this year. But, you know, I've been pretty lucky with this outdoor area that we have here around Cleveland. It's been nice.
Yeah.
Any standout performances? Like, what was your favorite Warped Tour performance?
Ooh, to be honest, I don't know if they're super well known over there, but Beartooth.
Yes, they are.
They're fucking great. They do a killer live show. Like just as loud as you hear it on the albums, if not louder. When we were there, some guy brought a sex doll, and he was just carrying it around, and it made it up to the singer, and he started like making out with it or something. It was great. It was a good time.
A little gross, but
yeah, a little gross, but they know how to make it big.
Right. Yeah, I think one of my favorite performances, Necrogoblicon this year or last year. Jeez, it's 2019. was excellent performance. They have a little goblin guy who runs around the stage, and you know, I just really enjoy that band because I'm into that weird kind of music.
I feel that. I have to check them out then.
2 years ago was one of my favorite bands called Ailstorm, not Hailstorm.
Oh, I love Ailstorm.
Yes. Did you see them? Did they go to Canada?
No, they didn't make it to Canada because they closed our venue because the area where we always have ours was under construction for 2 years. It was such a pain.
Jeez, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really does suck because they always put on a good performance.
Yeah, they're really good from what I've heard.
Through all of their different lineup changes that I've gone through, their newest album is just, I mean, it's back to being that good old Ailstorm, you know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely back to the good old days.
So who do you think is going to be on the ballot for this year, since it is a little bit of a different tour schedule? Do you think it's going to be some bigger bands, or is it going to be a collection of smaller bands?
I think the hardest thing is, I don't know how many UK metal bands you listen to, but a lot of them never get to make it to Warped anymore because they have a huge thing in the UK going on at the same time. But I've heard a lot of talk about what was the band? I heard something about Dance Gavin Dance going, but
Ooh, that's my favorite band.
Nice.
That would be amazing.
Same. I love Dance Gavin Dance.
No way. Oh yes. Oh man, I saw them. I think I saw them twice in the past year.
Son of a bitch! I've only gotten to see them once so far. The second time, I was completely totaled
Oh,
the night before the concert, so I never bought the tickets.
Oh man, yeah, they put on. I mean, their live performance is about as good as their albums. Like they play them so nicely. And actually, on the tour that I saw this year, the lead guitarist band Sianzavar was also touring with them, which is like a once in a lifetime chance. So that was awesome. It was shall I say epic.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of the Palisades?
No, I've never heard of them.
They're not as well known, but they make some really good music. But they only do small venues because they like, I guess, the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And God, I was there for, I think it was like 3.5 hours, and I got home, or we got onto the bus, and I couldn't hear a thing. So we ended up missing 7. We went 7 stops past ours.
Oh, jeez.
Their speakers were ginormous. God.
Yeah, a lot of times now, since I am growing older, I've been putting in the earplugs. I know it's a grandpa thing to do, but it's like I kind of want to, not hear the ringing in my ears for the next 3 days, 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Like this last Warped Tour that was last year. I mean, we were front row for a lot of bands, and I knew if I didn't have those had the earplugs in, probably would have been a little semi-deaf. I mean,
yeah, just a little bit.
Some of the bands we didn't get to get up as close as I want to, like Knocked Loose and people like that. But I mean, Wage War, Necrogoblicon, 4 Years Strong, all I can list off all these bands, Kublai Khan, that I just was a front row and center and like, yes, I can hear.
I'm totally surprised you actually like the same kind of music as me. I did not expect that.
Well, a lot of people don't like our kind of music, and I get a lot of shit, especially on the Discords.
Same.
But
it's like you're supposed to be an adult now. You can't like that kind of music. It's like, fuck you.
Right. I just all during high school I was kind of growing into it. Like I started with more heavy metal, like Amon Amarth and stuff like that. And I grew into more of the dirty vocal, post-hardcore, screamo type things as I got older, which is weird because normally people start with,
they normally start with it and then they refine it to something smaller.
Right. But yeah, my love for this music has just been growing, and there's like newer bands you keep finding every week. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But what would you say was your first heavy metal band? Because for me, the first heavy metal I listened to was actually Disturbed, and the reason that I listened to it, my dad had the album, and it said, for 18 plus only. And I was like, oh, what is this, like really sexual or something like that? Because that's what I thought that meant when I was younger. And I put it in. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, but I kind of like it. and I did the whole thing where I'm like under the covers listening to it, so my if someone walks in, they don't see that I'm listening to The Sickness.
I was really lucky, and I thank my dad every time I can. My dad was full on metalhead. Like when he was my age, he had like hair down to his elbows, kind of thing.
Oh wow, yeah.
So like I learned to fall asleep to that kind of music. So like I was listening to like Megadeth and what's the one, man? What's the one where they're all wearing the masks? Fuck.
Slipknot.
And Slipknot, Chop Suey's the fucking song. Never mind. I'm an idiot. System of a Down, Disturbed, all that stuff. I was listening to it without any issue. My dad was like, "Hey, you want to listen to this?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's listen to it." It was fucking great.
That's nice. I grew up with more classic rock and stuff like that. Actually, just kidding. I need to. If I'm gonna be on a podcast, I gotta be truthful. I started with boy bands because my sister was at that age. So Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, O-Town, that was my jam until I was about 10 years old, and my dad was like, "Hey, why don't you listen to some good music?"
See, I was really fortunate. Like I said before, my stepmom, she was super into like Bon Jovi, all that kind of stuff, like just like lighter rock kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think the girliest thing my sister listened to, besides the classic like Britney Spears, was probably Shania Twain, and that's not even that bad. Like she's not horrible.
I can't stand country, so
I can't stand country. Don't get me wrong, but I'll respect Shania Twain for what she is because I know she is like considered like one of the greats or whatever.
What do you think of this new like pop country that's coming around?
Oh God, don't. We don't talk about that.
All right, let's move on to where you got the name Grumble Gamer and why is there an 18 after it?
So when I moved out of my parents' place into my girlfriend's place, or my girlfriend's parents and everything, I was 18 and I was a dumbass. So I was like, "Hey, let me make a thing and I'm gonna put 18 at the end of it because that's a good idea. That's how everyone starts theirs. Totally a good idea." The grumble part it's actually the term for a herd of pugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I stuck with that pretty easily. I don't know why I added the gamer, but the 18 was. I still regret that part because everybody's like, "Are you 18?" I'm like, "No, that was 3 years ago. I'm 21."
Yeah. Do you see when I started my channel? Yes, I've been 18 my whole life. It's been a real blast.
I wouldn't even mind that though if I was 18 my whole life. That'd be nice.
I'd rather be 21 or 22 just to get out of that range.
Maybe 19 here because it's legal to drink.
Right. 18. A little bit different.
Yeah.
I actually, a long time ago, back beginning of college, my old friends were like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Canada and drink, so get your passport." So I got a passport. You pay like $80 for it, and then they stopped talking to me, and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
What an ass!
I know. I get that a lot.
That.
You start to live with it after a while.
Yeah. Oh man, I had somebody try to get me to get my passport for the States, and then I lost contact with them. I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not getting this. If you're trying to lose contact," he's like, "No, I'm just busy." It's like, no, not doing this. I'm not gonna get lost in Detroit or something.
Right? Yeah. Oh, you don't want to do that. Trust me. I've only driven past Detroit, and it's a very looming city.
I think that's what you're supposed to do. Though. You just drive past it.
Yeah, there's a few cities in America that you just kind of, if you're a tourist, you probably don't want to go to. Luckily, Cleveland is nice enough, but if you really want to go somewhere nice in Ohio, Columbus is where it's at. There's a lot of nice food restaurants down there, good venues, stuff like that. So, yeah. I try and stay away from Cleveland as much as I can, but because there's so many high-value bands going through Cleveland, it's like I can't not go to Cleveland every once in a while.
It's like I just need to, just for one more band.
So getting back to the channel, what inspired you to start up the Grumble Games channel?
Well, considering we've gone pretty positive so far, I guess it's probably best that we go into the negatives. But when I was around 18, well, I don't know, high school years up to 18, I was at a pretty shitty place in my life. So, mental health wise, I was shot. So once I got out of the hospital after a few months, I thought I needed to improve myself. I love gaming. It's a good outlet. I love meeting people, but the problem is I have the worst social anxiety that I have ever imagined. And considering I'm working in the mental health field, that's really redundant. If I want to talk to people and help them when I can't talk to people for shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do something to work on me and I'll do that. So, it's given me a lot of opportunities now. I'm a lot more open with people. Like, I probably wouldn't have done this even. Now I also have the ability now to help the people that do watch me. Cause I'll sit there on a Discord call with someone if they're, feeling like shit and I don't even know them, and I'll be on there for 1 or 2 or 3 hours just talking them through it, and then I'll end up being their friend.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's nice that you do that. Yeah, you wouldn't know it from how I'm talking to you, but the build up to recording a podcast is usually where I get a little bit of anxiety. It's like, oh, what can go wrong? Is this person gonna be cool or not? So far you're cool. Just to let you know. So you're actually recently engaged to your girlfriend, now fiance, and obviously leading up to that proposal in the video, you can see that your voice kind of wavers here and there. You're kind of twitching around a little bit. What was that build up like for you personally?
Oh God, I had been planning proposing to her for 7 or 8 months, because it's just like a lot of people gave me flack for it too, because I mean I'm only 21, but I've been with her for about 4 years now, and it's not about time. Like you don't go 10 years and you're like, oh, I'm ready. You like when you feel ready, that's when you're ready.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta make it big though, because I'm extra as fuck. I like adding a little bit of pizzazz to things, making them like memorable. So I tried to like figure out forever what to do with it. Saved up, got the ring. And then when I finally got down to it, I was like, what do we do together? And then I thought about when I first moved in. I didn't like when I first moved into her place, I had nothing. Like I had the bare bones, like the clothes, that kind of shit. I didn't have a gaming system or anything else, which was hard for me at the time because I mean, like I said, that's a pretty big outlet for a lot of people that you and I probably both know. And that Christmas, her parents and her got me an Xbox One and like a bunch of games for it. And the first game we played on it was Fallout. And we played it for fucking hours, and then we headed to her PlayStation 3 and we'd play Skyrim for days and weeks. Just sitting there and fucking around. And it just clicked that I needed to do something revolving around that. And when I was like, wait a second, Fallout 76 is coming out 4 days before our anniversary. That's a good idea. So I kind of threw my hat out there in a tweet, not expecting anything to come from it, and obviously it did.
Wow. That's got... Is there a little bit of luck in there that you actually got a response from Bethesda?
I think there was a ton of luck. I think... I'm not going to lie, though. I don't... If I look back at my Twitter, I was so set on this after I got the initial response. I think because I'm part of a few larger groups, and a few of them I'm close with the people who run them. So they were like, shit, I want to get this. I want to make this happen. And I was like, you really don't have to. And then I woke up and I've got like 200 likes and retweets or whatever on it. And I'm like, holy shit, maybe I should make this happen. So then I'm like, I'm finding out everyone who works at Bethesda, and I'm like DMing all of them, asking them if they have a moment to spare. And most of them didn't answer. I had a lot of I had someone that worked at Kotaku that got me in contact with one person. And so that got me to the lady that I actually finally made contact with, and it happened.
The rest is history.
No, there was definitely a lot of luck at hand, though.
That's awesome that you were able to get that done, do it, and it kind of went off pretty flawlessly.
Yeah.
My only question was that knife you pulled out. What's the story behind that talon of a knife?
Oh, that one. Oh my god. So I did a video a long time ago where I used to be huge into CSGO. Like, I don't even know if you know what CSGO is.
Yeah. I play that competitively every once in a while.
Okay, so you know how hard it is to get knives in the game, right? My inventory right now in CSGO is like a couple grand. And that's not by my own spending either. I won an AK-47 it's Fire Serpent from Skin Hub. And from then on, my luck just shot up, and I was like doing unboxing videos left, right, and center, but I never got a knife. So as a joke, I bought 2 fake knives, like that were made by a CSGO model kind of thing. And from then on, I was like, I don't have a karambit though. And everyone's like, oh, you should get one. And then somebody sent me a link to a place, and they're like, I'll send you the money if you get it. So I was like, fuck it, okay, I'll get a karambit. So then I started using it for unboxings, and it seems to really catch people's eyes.
Yeah, it definitely caught mine. It's just not, you don't normally see that in IRL, you would say.
Yeah, I've got that one, and then I've got an M9 bayonet that's like it's the Gamma Doppler one, the green smoky one.
Oh dang.
And then I've got a gut knife too, which is the lore one, the golden one. But yeah, no, they're pretty scary. Like I pulled the lore knife out, and I cut the casing that was on it by accident, so I ruined like a $20 case that was supposed to go on it.
Oh man. Wow.
I didn't expect them to be that sharp, but obviously it's not just for display purposes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think of the whole CS:GO gambling controversy that happened a few months ago? Years? Months?
Years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah.
I just watched a video today that someone referenced it, and I was like, was that really that long ago?
Yeah, I think it was good and it was bad. It was only good because it made things more attainable for a lot of us smaller people. Because I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have like $300 to spend on a knife.
Right.
And I had friends that like they made their rent for a year just gambling.
Oh wow.
My friend traded up from, what was it? I think it was like a MP9 skin. I don't know what it was, but he ended up trading it up to a Medusa, and then he traded someone that for a bunch of other smaller stuff, and then traded all of them up till it was like 2 Medusas and a hyper or a lore. I can't remember. I'm not into CS:GO as much anymore. But like he made enough that he had his rent and his car payment for the year.
That's insane.
Like it was good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you double back and you have to look at it and you have to recognize that it is gambling, right. And there are kids putting money in. Have you seen the new controversy with gambling right now?
With the mystery boxes with rice gum and
yeah, they're fucking stupid.
You know, the one thing that was huge when I was watching, you know, whether it was H3 Productions or whoever talking about it, you watch the little snippets of video and like Jake Paul isn't a great actor. I mean, let's be honest here. And when he's winning those things, he's like, "Oh man, oh!" It's like, yeah, I'm sure this isn't so rigged bad. Or anything like that.
So bad.
And then I was watching one about the rice gum response, and you know, he's just pushing the blame onto all the other people. Like, why, you know? Yep. I don't understand. Firstly, I mean, when you have a large audience who's obviously below the age of 18, you know, you're promoting this gambling site. And it's like, those aren't really regulated. You know, it's not like you go into a casino and they check your ID and they go, oh, you're, you know, not 21, you can't be in here. It's like anyone can go on there with, you know, they steal their mom's credit card, they go on there, they spend how much money, and then guarantee they don't even send you legitimate products, like guaranteed.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure... have you seen what Skin Hub's changed to now?
No, I haven't.
Because the whole reason if you look at the history, I'm not gonna, don't quote me on this one, but I'm pretty sure this is how it started at least. But when Skin Hub started going down because skins just weren't as huge anymore, right? Mm-hmm. They've switched over to things like Nike, Supreme, Yeezys. Like I'm on it right now, and it's got, what the hell is Bape? Or Bape?
I couldn't
it's
tell
just
you.
Camo or some shit. I don't know. It's stupid though. But yeah, they're doing like switches and all this other stuff. And I think that's what started other companies doing it too, because they're like, hey, we can get away with this now if they're doing it. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just like, what's the drop rates here? All of them have so like it's $116 to spin for a Nike thing right here. Mm-hmm. You've got a 25% chance of getting socks, and then a 0.1% chance of getting Jordan 1 Retro High Off-White Chicagos. Oh, and like I know for sure, just hearing the name Jordan, that they're probably like $300 or $400. Mm-hmm. But I know for a damn fact that those socks are probably like $20 compared to the 120 you're spending.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know why people. Like, I get it, because, like, if you even, like, look at H3H3's video, Jake, the whole time he's like, oh, this is so easy. I'm just going to go for the smallest, like, the most ideal one, like $15. And it's like he's hinting at what the kids should do.
Right.
And same with Rice Gum. He's like, you can make so much money off this. Mm-hmm. You just buy it and then sell it and then buy it. And it's like, no, that's you're trying to get the kids to do something that they really shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Like at least with CS:GO, I don't know if you can even confirm this, but most of the people were at least like 15 to 30 for the community. And I'm not excusing CS:GO. It was shitty, but like we can guarantee the Jake Paulers are under 15.
Yeah.
They're all under 15.
Right.
But ours were like CS:GO is like 15 and up. and most of them were just like 16 or 17-year-olds, but at least they weren't 9.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also gambling is pretty addicting too. If you have that type of personality, so if you start them young, I mean, you're looking.
And what's worse about that is I've tried them. If you look way back on my channel, I used to put out $50 a month on unboxing videos, and I had to stop that shit because I was like, this is too like it doesn't feel like you're spending money because you're not at the actual. You're not at the casino sitting there putting money in the slot.
Exactly.
Like I've been to a casino and I spent like $20 and I was like, I think I'm done. Like I don't see any profit in this. But when you're sitting there with all the colors spinning on the screen, you're like, holy shit, this is so much fun. Like I almost got that. I almost got it. But when you think about it, you never really did get. You were not close.
Right.
They just wanted you to think you're close.
I remember watching old Max Mofo videos when he was doing his video game channel, and even though they were entertaining to watch, I could tell that it's like you have that very, very slim chance of getting something that's amazing, and I think that's the main allure for it is like, oh, you could get the mansion for $250 million, but it's like,
oh, that thing was so stupid. That fucking mansion kills me. I'm like, why would you even put that on there? Like, it makes it even more fake. It's like when someone's like, you've won an iPad. Send us your credit card information and we'll give you it.
All we need is your social security number, your mother's maiden name,
and a little bit of your blood.
Right. Yeah, send us a little bit of saliva. We're going to do a background check on you. What are they called? What are those things now where you send them your spit and they give you the family tree?
Oh my god, the ancestry things?
Yeah, the ancestry, yeah.
I hate those. I actually had a friend the other day. They're getting paid $200 if they get 12 people to send in their DNA. Oh, and boy. I was like, oh shit, I could find out like my background because I know I'm either half or like a quarter Ojibwe, which is, I mean, it's like cool. There's nothing I can really gain from it,
right?
Unless I wanted to like abuse that power.
Just because.
But yeah, it's just nice to like know where you come from. But then if you look at the fine print, it says that they don't send you the results. So I'm like, I'm not just gonna spit on something and give it to you. Like that sounds so creepy when you think about it. Like there's just some facility holed up with all your spit.
Yeah, like it's a spit farm. You know, they have all the little vials. They're frozen on the container.
Just imagine like a mini Grumble just sitting in a pod somewhere.
Right.
Just growing.
Our experts swish around the saliva in their mouths and tell you what % Cherokee you are.
Oh, man. That was... 2%.
2%. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tasting a little bit of Mountain Dew in here for some reason. Are you related to Pepsi Company?
Basically. God.
One of the last things I wanted to talk to you about, we've already kind of brought it up, was Fall of 76 came out right around the time that you proposed to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been getting a lot of flack, and I've talked about it with a few other people. Some people who are, you know, they're straightforward, they love it, they'll never see any fault in it. Some people who are like, oh, it's trash, I'm going to kill myself if I play it anymore. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
That's actually been the most asked question that I've had recently, and I usually don't actually get to answer them, so I'm actually happy to answer. I've been playing Bethesda games my entire life, probably. Well, the entirety that they've been out, and I've played every single. Well, no, I won't say that. Almost every single game. There's quite a few of them that I've skipped on purpose, but they've never generally, let me down. I mean, hell, Skyrim's been Game of the Year how many years now, and it's far surpassed its lifespan.
Well, yeah, how many console releases has it had? How many different HD ports and remasters and
yeah,
it's probably just gonna keep going. Even once the next game comes out, there'll still be a Skyrim remake with it.
I think the next game is just gonna be a Skyrim remake.
It might as well be.
Use the same map, change the texture.
Right. No one will care though. If Far Cry does it, fuck Far Cry. Skyrim does it, that's okay. I like that map.
Yeah. But no, I was disheartened, definitely. The price was a lot. I was lucky enough that I have to buy 2 copies because my fiance plays and I play. So there's no way I was gonna just buy 1 copy. I was lucky enough that my past roommate gave me a pre-order for Fallout as a birthday gift during the summer.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was like, that saved me a bit, but I still bought the Tricentennial edition after that, which was a little bit of a low blow. And then if you look at my channel, I bought the Pip-Boy model kit, which was
I saw that.
One of the worst ideas I've ever had, because that was just the biggest pain to build, and it just so like it's so blatantly comparable to the actual struggle of the game, because like the one thing that upsets me is they've always been the best, in my opinion at least, the best at NPCs by far. Like the only one that compares to me is there's only two of them. There's Grand Theft Auto in general. They have some great NPCs.
Yeah.
And the other one would be, and I don't even know if you remember this game, but Destroy All Humans from the original Xbox.
Oh yeah, love that game.
That just there's one guy, if you pick him up, he just screams space penis. Yeah. and I know those are the things though that you never forget. But the one thing that I remember about Fallout is Fallout 76 has 0 NPCs, and it's just it gets so lonely if you're on your own.
Yeah, it feels a little bit empty.
Yeah. And that's the problem. It feels like it was supposed to have NPCs. Like, it felt like they were supposed to be there. Like, I don't like the idea of, oh, they're all gone. Because in all of the other Fallouts, there's always someone there. It's not all just the people, you know? The other thing that I hate that Fallout 4 didn't have the problem with is, you know, I could turn off the server. Like, I could sign out of it. But then when I come back in, the item's not going to be there again. But in Fallout 76, I can get like 30 of one thing that's supposed to be impossible to find.
I'm not sure what you mean.
So like so in Fallout 4, if you open up like a door that needed a specific code, it's going to be open when you go back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in Fallout 76, I know that it's a server, so it's harder for them to do that for each individual player. But if I open, there's like this part in the spacecraft that's crashed, where you have to put in the spoiler alert. You have to put in the date, original release date, which is like 11/14/18, and it opens the door, and you get a stealth boy, you get a spacesuit, and a space helmet. And I think they're worth like 100 caps each.
It's not too bad.
And if I just sign out, sign back in, go on there, they're right back there again.
Oh, really?
So I can sit there and just farm it, and it's so annoying. Like, as cool as that is, if I just wanted to sit there and get everything I want in the game, I like working for it, you know? Like, I liked having that, what's his name? It's annoying ass. There's another town that needs your help or whatever.
Oh,
like,
Preston.
over and over. Yeah, I as much as I hated that, ironically, I also loved the fuck out of it, because, like, I had to work for everything.
Right.
And now it's kind of just so easy. The other thing that was broken, I have yet to release the clip, but I was playing the beta and they never fixed it either. But if you go up to the stores, where the few that there are, there's like 3, I think, in the whole map. If you go up to the bot and you're interacting with them, no one else can.
Oh.
So all you need is 3 friends.
Oh,
you go up to each of the stores and you stay in the interaction mode. Because I didn't know that. So I clicked interact, and then I went on a phone call for 20 minutes outside the room. But I left the record button on, and this guy just had a meltdown, and he's just screaming at me the whole time. And I came back, and everyone's like, "You guys, you just missed the guy, like, trying to murder you." And I'm like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Oh, so you kind of have a Division experience where people can just stand in the doorway in the training area and not let you
basically. And you can't even kill them, just like in Division. You can't kill anybody if they're in specific areas.
Oh boy.
So it's like they've got so many things, like, and it's not even like they can't fix it. Everyone's like, are they gonna pull a No Man's Sky and fix it in a couple of years? But No Man's Sky didn't technically fix it.
No Man's Sky is still a boring game. They didn't fix that for me.
Exactly. Like, I went back and played it. I tried to make a video out of it, and I'm sure you can respect this. I mean, I don't know for sure, but if you've done podcasts and you just like you go back and look through them and you're like, this just doesn't work.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got so many unreleased videos that I will never release because I'm just not happy with the outcome of them. Like I've done a PUBG video just reviewing if it's still worth playing.
Mm-hmm.
I've recorded that video 4 times, and I'm just making one now that I'm happy with. And it's just what happens. And like No Man's Sky, I still can't play it and find any enjoyment out of it.
I appreciate that they went back. They're improving the game. They put it in multiplayer like it's supposed to be. But it's like I don't. It's like it's still like a 3-hour download on PlayStation Network for me. It's still load it in, play it. The space travel's still slow as fuck.
Oh
the
god,
gameplay's still monotonous. Just Minecraft with space weapons,
just farming and farm. And if you run out of like stuff to be able to launch your ship, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like I was streaming at one time. I was stuck for 6 hours trying to find the fuel to be able to like launch.
Yeah, I had that same experience. Yeah,
it's just disappointing, and that's the problem though. Like at least No Man's Sky was a small company. Like they weren't a company that's known for anything yet. They had the ability to make that mistake. Yeah, we gave them a shit ton of flack, but they deserved that so that they could grow from where they are. Fallout doesn't think they need to grow still. I mean, there was the canvas bag. I don't know if you've pre-ordered any of the items yet, or if you've seen any of the items.
I've seen
them.
Have you
seen the rum or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That shit. I'm so like I really wanted to pre-order it, but I haven't.
Uh-huh.
But you know what I did pre-order? I pre-ordered the laser rifle.
Okay.
It has not come out yet when it was supposed to come out November 15th.
They're probably still trying to get that vinyl.
Yeah, basically. the canvas bags too, that's ridiculous. Like if you're gonna send out a collector's edition, I have 2 Bethesda collector. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's a Bethesda game. I have Doom collector's edition up there on my shelf, and I have
that statue that came with the collector's edition.
Oh my god, same. And I have, I think, what's the one with the mask? Dishonored too.
Dishonored, yeah.
I got that one too, and I did both those on my channel, and I was happy with both those. Dishonored, one of the best masks I've ever gotten. I can't wear it, but it looks fucking amazing.
Right.
Even better than that, for an example, I have the Fallout nuke that they sold a long while ago, and it came with all the Fallouts except Fallout 4 at the time, and it has like a little case in it for you to put Fallout 4 in it when you get it. Such a good deal. Like I got it really cheap, and it sits on my shelf. Like it's been sitting on my shelf ever since, and I love that more than I love the damn Pip-Boy. But then I look at this canvas bag, and it's just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really should have just stuck with the canvas. Like even you're supposed to cut your losses. You're not supposed to be like, they can suffer with nylon.
Who will notice?
That's the problem too.
Everyone will.
It's like people mod your games for a reason. They take notice in everything.
Exactly.
We don't just miss something. Oh, nylon? Yeah, that's basically canvas. It's like they have a lot of
they got some work to do. Yeah. I'm really excited for Doom Eternal. I bought Fallout 76 Black Friday for half off, and I think that was a fair price for me.
I think that was probably a fair price. I wish I paid that.
I played about 4 hours, and I haven't gotten back to it because other games took its place because I was more excited for to play God of War and Spider-Man DLC and stuff like that. I recently got Detroit Become Human too, and that took place over Fallout 76 as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bethesda, hopefully they get the next Doom game right. I mean, so far it looks excellent. I can't wait for it. Sure.
I think anybody who bought Fallout should get a discount on it.
That'd be nice of them. I don't know how would they track that though.
I think you just have to have a proof of purchase, or like if you have the launcher, like the Fallout launcher, and it shows that you have Fallout 76, you should get like 20% off the game. And I know it sounds like a lot to them. They're probably like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that."
But Grumble, like, maybe they gave you $5 worth of caps.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much.
Oh, they're sorry, did that touch a bad?
No. I didn't even get the caps either.
No,
I think it was only for collector editions.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone should get free caps. Everyone should.
I think we should have gotten the free Christmas shit too. That I'm not even gonna touch that one. Actually, I'm gonna get too mad about that.
I talked about that.
Was ridiculous.
My other podcast, Yemmy Cast. I talked about that. That was ridiculous.
I hate pay like I hate paying for shit like that. Like, and I'm someone who put a lot of money into Siege. I'm not gonna lie, but I came out on the positive side though because I could sell shit.
Exactly.
And that being said, though, I even play, and this one's a little bit probably more cringy, but I play fuck, what do I play? I play Rainbow Six a lot, but I've been playing that since it came out, and there were no there were times where there were bugs, but it wasn't the entire game that we couldn't play. It's just you restart a match and you start over. I'd still put that over putting money into Fallout.
All right. Well, hey, I think that's all the time we have today with GrumbleGamer 18. All of his links will be down below, including YouTube, Twitter, and his Twitch channel. So make sure you go check him out. Also, if you stick around for the next minute or so, the end cards will have his channel and his latest video on there as well. So you can click those just for ease of access. Is there anything else you want to say before we end the podcast?
Thank you for having me, and you guys should subscribe to Yemmy if you haven't already.
Well, thanks. All right, well, I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, and this has been another episode of the Ferret Business Podcast.